guys. I'm doing the Inside Out book tag, if you couldn't tell by the title. I say that a lot. But yeah. I was tagged by tulipswift. I don't remember who created this tag, so you can look at her video to see, because she put it in her description. This time I was actually tagged by her instead of just, oh, that looks cool, I'll do it. So I probably would have done it anyway, but this time I can actually say, I was tagged by tulipswift, and I tag a British zebra, I think that, or Bella Panetta. I know your name. I don't know which one's your username. You're my friend who reads, so you do this tag. And maybe my cousin Alex, so awesome Alex, I think you read. You can do this tag too. That's about the people who watch these videos, so... Anyway, moving on. The first character is Joy. I said that I put my hands up as if I know how to edit a picture onto here, but I don't, so imagine that I just put a picture of Joy right here. And it's a book that made you happy. I chose The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan because when I first read this book, I wasn't expecting much because I wasn't really on the internet. I don't know, maybe I was like 10 or 11. And I finished my book, like either late at night or early in the morning before to school, and I freaked out, like, oh no, I'm gonna have nothing to read at school today. I might have even been like 9, I don't know. And I remember that somebody had given me this book for my birthday, or Christmas or something. I wasn't gonna read it, because I didn't really want to, but I was in this hurry, I was in the rush to go to school. I grabbed a random book out of my shelf, Percy Jackson, first ever book fandom right here. That was fate. That was lucky. This made me happy. Next is Disgust. Again, imagine this picture of the character Disgust from Disney's Inside Out. It's a book that grossed you out. Okay. Like, you might imagine from the fact that I said Percy Jackson that I love Greek mythology. It's true. I love it so much that I bought a mythology book, so I wouldn't just have to read from Percy Jackson on the internet to learn all the different mythology things. This book is great. I love Greek mythology. This did not change that, but some things, just a few things, I think they're gross. Like Kronos eating his children, all the incest, and childbirth, and all things that make Greek mythology. You know what I'm talking about. If you know about Greek mythology, you know some of this stuff is just... But I still love it, so... Next is a book that scared you. I couldn't really think of a book that scared me recently, but a book that I read somewhat recently, it didn't scare me this time, but I originally read it, or at least started to read it when I was like 7 or 8, because my dad bought it for me, and because it's called Lexi, which is my name, and I started reading it. And this is before I got into the Greek mythology stuff, you know? So it had things like, if you look into this person's eyes, you die. And it scared me so much that I just reread it recently, and it was really good. Didn't scare me that time, which is good. Next is Sadness, a book that made you cry. I'm going with Allegiance by Veronica Roth. This book, the big thing that everybody says was sad and unnecessary and all that stuff that I'm not going to say because either you know what I'm talking about or you don't want to be spoiled. So, that big thing, it actually is not what made me cry. It was the epilogue following it. It was just like, oh, my poor character. Oh, I love you. And then last, a book that pissed you off. Anger. My brother liked him when we saw Inside Out because he had fire coming out of his head. I chose The Elite by Kiara Cass. Okay, don't get me wrong. I loved America Singer. She was great, except for her one fatal flaw. Well, she had a lot of flaws, but her biggest flaw that everybody got mad at, especially in this book, was she was so indecisive. Make up your mind. Who are you in love with? You say you're in love with Max, and then like 5 minutes later you need time and you want to be with Aspen, and America? We all know where her daughter learns it. That's the end. Thanks to tulipswift for tagging me. I tag Abby and Alex and whoever else wants to do this challenge.